Welcome back students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST June. Students, in our last video we have studied about the classification of climate which was according to Köppen and Geiger. Today we will study how the climate change and what is global warming. We all know that global warming is interlinked with climate change. All the weather phenomena are the responsible factor of climate change. In the Earth's surface, nothing is stationary, even climate too. There are many evidence which are showing us the climate change. These are the ice, glacier, ice sheets, sediments, sea level change, flora and faunas, and also the global warming. So let's look in brief how the climate is changing day by day. The experts of climatology and meteorology produce scientific evidence in support of climate change. So first of all, we will see the evidence that is ice. The study of ice, glacier and glacial deposits was made first by Louis Agassiz. There is evidence that glaciers shrunk about 3000 BC and alpine snow level was at least 300 meters higher than today. By 500 BC, there was a marked advance allowed by a recession. As indicated by European glaciers, the 20th century tended to be a time of glacier retreat. If we will look as the condition of ice sheets and cores, in the great ice caps of Antarctica and Greenland lies a wealth of climatic information. Ice sheets are formed layer by layer after the snowfall of every year. The cores are stored at below freezing condition for analysis. The Vostok drilling in Antarctica, a core of 3,350 meters, represent some 160,000 years. The ice cores provide both direct and indirect evidence of past climate. If we talk about the ancient sediments deposited during geological time offer evidence of the climatic environment in which they were formed. One example is offered by evaporatory deposits. Salt deposits are formed when, on a long time basis, evaporation exceeded precipitation in an area where water flows in from other areas. So, the large evaporatory beds of western United States, Germany and Central Asia are similar deposits from at the present time. If we talk most important phenomena which is responsible or which is showing the climate change, that is the changing in the sea level. Fluctuation in the sea level have been recording during the historic period. Many factors may cause the sea level change, but the most important factor is the global warming and the consequent melting of ice caps and valley glacier. According to one estimate, if the Antarctic ice sheet were to melt, the sea level will rise by about 60 meters. There are many faunal and floral evidence which are showing the climate change. The fossils of invertebrates, valuable information about the past climate. The expert of paleobotany and ecology provided useful evidence about the distribution of vegetation and fossils of plants, bushes, and grasses. Even these are also showing the climate change from ancient time to current time. So these were the evidence of climate change. So what are the causes of climate change? The causes for climate change are many. They can be grouped into astronomical and terrestrial causes. The change in our atmosphere is a main cause of climate change. Even we can include the volcanism. It is also considered as another cause for climate change. The solar radiation and many other processes are there through which the climate can be changed. Among all the reasons, one most important reason behind the climate change is global warming. So now let's see what is global warming and how it is influencing our climate and how it is responsible for the climate change. So if we talk about the global warming is a responsible factor which is influencing our climate and also a responsible factor for climate change. The greenhouse effect is known as because of the gases which are including in the greenhouse effects like carbon dioxide, CFC gases and many more are there. So let's see what is global warming and how it has occurred and how it is responsible for the climate change. Global warming, a condition in which the atmosphere is behaving like a greenhouse. There are many greenhouse gases which are responsible for the greenhouse effect in our atmosphere. These gases are carbon dioxide and chlorofluorocarbon, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, and many are there like nitric oxide and carbon monoxide are also the gases which are responsible for the greenhouse effect. The average temperature of the earth is about 14 degrees centigrade. The temperature, however, fluctuates slowly over the time. The global temperature trend has been upward in the last 1800 years since the last ice age. This rapid increase may be the result of enhanced greenhouse effects, the trapping of heat by the atmosphere, and also for the climate change. There are many factors which are responsible for the greenhouse effects and for the global warming. So first of all, we can include the atmospheric pollution which is responsible for the climate change and the global warming. Atmospheric pollution is a universal problem, but its magnitude is more high in the tropical developing countries. Moreover, atmospheric pollution is more common around cities because of rapid urban growth. The immediate meteorological effects of pollution are concerned mainly with the visible and solar radiation. Reduced visibility due to pollution is also an effect of atmospheric pollution. If we include the consequences of global warming and climate change, the environmental variation, spatial as well as temporal, is one of the crucial characteristics of the Earth. Temperatures rise and fall. Heavy and scanty precipitation, means flood and the drought, have been recorded throughout the history of the Earth. Here, the most important factor which is responsible for the ozone depletion, that is CFC gases. CFC gases means the chlorofluorocarbon gases. In the last few decades, because of more emissions of CFC gases, ozone level is the stratosphere has decreased by about 3 to 4%, and a decreases of above 50% has been observed near the South Pole and the North Pole. The amount of depletion varies with latitude. This variation is mainly because of variations in the intensity of sunlight. Deforestation, soil erosion, waste disposal are also few responsible factors for the global warming. Global warming is one of the major concerns of the world today. So, few records I'm showing here which are showing the effects of global warming. Students, the climate change and the greenhouse effects are at the alarming stage. We can't change it, but we can reduce it by using 3 R's, that is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, we have to go green implementation in our climate. We can save it for our future by using the natural products, and also we can reuse, reduce, and recycle all the products, and also we can do the plantation to secure our climate. So here our today's topic is complete. For more videos and updates, keep watching SST June.